Welcome to the XFL Simulated on EA Sports, and today we have a massive XFL West matchup. The 5-2 Houston Roughnecks hit the road to take on the 4-3 LA Wildcats. This really couldn't get any bigger of a match here in Week 8. Both these teams trying to make the playoffs. Right now, Houston sits at number 1 in the XFL West. Meanwhile, the Wildcats sit at number 3, right behind Seattle, thanks to their Week 6 loss to the Dragons. When they lost 24-3 last week, they had a tough overtime loss to the St. Louis Battlehawks, 17-14. That was such an incredible game. Houston, meanwhile, coming off a tough loss at home to the DC Defenders. They were supposed to beat them, but they got upset at home. Right now, the Wildcats taking the field, and some big things to take note of in this ball game. PJ Walker and Josh Johnson, two of the best quarterbacks in the league, through Week 5 have not been that great over the last couple weeks. PJ Walker last week threw a touchdown, but he threw a pick, only 140 yards and a QB rating of 68. Meanwhile, Josh Johnson, he threw 2 touchdowns and 300 yards, but he also threw 3 interceptions, including 2 that really crushed him there at the end. So, a big game here. LA's home. They need this win. Back when these teams met in Week 1, Houston won that game 41-34 in a shootout. So we expect to see a lot of offense in this game as well. It's going to be a good one in LA as Nick Novak kicks it away. We're underway here, closing out Week 8. And Coach will just take a knee. Here comes this Houston offense, and some important things to note about PJ Walker. He has obviously been the league MVP. Through Week 7, he leads the QBs at the passer rating of 117. I mean, this guy is just electric. He's thrown for over 1,800 yards, 14 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions. His completion percentage is almost 75%. He's just such an incredible player. And this Houston offense has so many weapons. Expect to see a lot of them today. June Jones has done a phenomenal job with Houston's offense. 1st and 10. James Butler gets the carry. He's got some room to run. Butler, nice gain on 1st down. That's a pickup of 5. And now we'll look at this offense. Man, Houston Roughnecks, where do we even start? This line has been solid, giving James Butler lots of holes. But all the weapons. James Butler has been incredible running the football through Week 7. He has 465 yards on the ground, 3 touchdowns, averaging 4 yards a carry. Meanwhile, look at the receivers. Nick Holley leading the league through Week 7. He's got 479 yards receiving. Cam Phillips leading the league in receiving touchdowns with 5. Sammy Coates and Sam Mobley also big threats. Butler gets a carry again. A big hole for James Butler. All the way down to the 46. So Houston running the ball effectively to start this game. What a run. 16 yards. Big play for James Butler. And again, as I mentioned, this offensive line has done such an effective job giving Butler these holes to run through. Butler, he's just a great piece of this offense. Working with PJ Walker. 1st and 10 now from their own 46. Walker, he'll screen it out to Coates. Makes the catch. Pick up about 2 on the play. And now we're going to get a look at the Wildcats defense. The Wildcats have had one of the best defenses in the league. I mean, they have done an incredible job shutting down teams. I mean, the only team that has scored more than 20 points against them was Houston, and that was back in Week 1. Since then, teams have really struggled to score against the Wildcats. Again, actually, Seattle scored 24 against them in Week 6. But that's it. They've done a great job. They get a lot of turnovers. They're just such an effective team on defense, and they're going to need all their players right now. Full capacity. Walker back to throw. Lots of time. He's just going to check it down. That's Butler. Pickup of maybe a yard. Actually, it looks like he lost one. 3rd and 9 coming up. So Houston, a couple big runs, but now this passing attack having a little bit of a hard time getting going. Walker only has 1 yard passing the football so far on this drive. But again, to go back to the Wildcats defense, they have so many weapons. Trey Williams, Jack Tocho, Arion Springs, Mike Stevens. They picked off Jordan Tomley twice, and that's a jump. Encroachment defense. And that's not like this LA defense. They've been solid when it comes to penalties, but that hurts because now After having Houston at 3rd and 9, now it's only 3rd and 4. It makes it a whole lot easier for PJ Walker to pick up a first down here. See what June Jones is going to call on 3rd and 4. Wouldn't be surprised to see Butler get the football, especially considering those first couple of runs. See what the play call is. And again, Houston, there's so many weapons. PJ Walker, he's electrifying, and so are his players. 3rd and 4. Walker to throw. Lots of time across the middle. That's complete. Big reception. That's Khalil Lewis. All the way down to the Wildcats 33. Gain of about 15 on the play. And this Roughnecks offense rolling immediately. This is what we saw in week 1. They just could swiftly march down against this Wildcats defense, and they're doing it so far here. Khalil Lewis. He's been one of those sleeper receivers in this league. He doesn't get a lot of attention, but he's had some big plays for the Roughnecks throughout the season. Another big one there. 1st and 10 now from LA's 33. Butler gets the carry, and this time not really anywhere for him to go. Gain of about 2. He's going to set up 2nd and 8. And if LA wants a chance at stopping this offense, they have to work on containing James Butler. I mean, he's already got 23 yards on 3 carries. If they want to slow down PJ Walker, they have to slow down James Butler first. That's what DC did, and it was effective in slowing down Walker. 2nd and 8 from the 31. Butler gets the carry again, and he'll fight his way down to the 25. Pick up about 6. 3rd and 2 now from the 25. This is the big play here. If LA can hold him to a field goal, that would be definitely considered a win on this drive, especially considering just all the weapons and the impressive way that Houston's moved the football. 3rd and 2. Walker takes it himself, and that one's not going to go anywhere. Great tackle away by Sean Oakman, and LA is going to come up with a stop. So Houston, their offense was really lackluster last week against DC. I mean, Walker threw a pick 6 in the first quarter. They couldn't get anything going. Great opening drive here, but they're going to have to settle for 3, which is pretty disappointing considering the way they move the football. Sergio Castillo for the 42-yard field goal. He kicks up, and it's good. 3-0. Houston Roughnecks with the lead. They get on the board first. And definitely nice to get 3 points on the board, but I'm sure June Jones is not too pleased that they weren't able to get 7 because he knows how dangerous this offense can be, and they were moving the football very well. Surprised with the call there on 3rd and 2. Would have expected to see Walker pass the football. But now a chance for Josh Johnson to see what he can do. I mean, Houston has had a great defense, and even in their 2 losses this season against Tampa Bay and DC, their defense has been locked down solid. Just last week, their offense couldn't get things going. But LA has a fierce offense as well, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Castillo kicks it away. Larry Rose back to receive, and he will take it from inside his own 5, and a decent return for Rose. Brings it up to the 29. Good starting field position for the Wildcats. So now out comes Josh Johnson, and he's had an interesting season. Opening up the year, he's one of the league's best quarterbacks. 9 touchdowns and 1 pick through week 4. Then in week 5 to week 7, he's only thrown 2 touchdowns, and he's thrown 6 interceptions. He now leads the league with interceptions with 7 of them. So he's had a lot of he's made lots of mistakes last week. A crushing mistake against St. Louis. Winning 14-7 with 4 minutes to play, and he throws an interception on their 3-yard line. That one really hurt, and they ended up losing the game because of that. See what he can do differently in this game against a tough Houston defense. 1st and 10. Elijah Hood with the carry, and he'll be bottled up pretty quickly. That's Corey Crawford getting in there along with Deatrick Nichols. This Roughnecks defense, again, they've done an excellent job shutting down teams throughout the season. Great tackle there by Corey Crawford with the first contact on Elijah Hood. 2nd and 11 coming up for the Wildcats from their own 28. Johnson, he's got a lot of weapons. Right now, everything's on him. For 2nd and 11. Screens it out, and that's complete. Elijah Hood out of the backfield. And now we'll get a look at the Wildcats offense. This line, they've been pretty solid this year. I mean, Elijah Hood at the running back position, he's the second highest, he's the second best running back in the league right now with 523 yards on the ground through 7 weeks. Meanwhile, the receivers, Nelson Spruce, Trey McBride, Jordan Smallwood, tight ends, Brandon Barnes, Daquan Hampton. Josh Johnson has a lot of targets, a lot of weapons. See what he can do here on 3rd and 6. Johnson to throw. Lots of time. Deep across the middle, and that's caught. Nelson Spruce all the way down to the 41 of the Roughnecks. 26 yards, and that's a big play. And honestly, it's a great throw from Johnson. Love to see the confidence from him there, especially coming off a 3-interception performance last week. Not afraid to go deep. Nelson Spruce, one of the best receivers in this league. He's got a lot of yards. Yeah, Nelson Spruce has 282 yards and 3 touchdowns. And that 26-yard reception adds on to that. 1st and 10. Elijah Hood gets the carry, and he's going to be bottled up again. Good tackle made by Edmund Robinson. Now we're going to look at the Roughnecks. Corey Crawford, he's been incredible this season. Back in Week 6 against New York, he had 3 sacks and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Meanwhile, the linebackers, DeMarcus Gates, Evan Robinson, he just made the tackle, Jeremiah Johnson, Deatrick Nichols, they have a lot of guys that can make big-time plays. They've made it really tough on offenses, all season long. The only team to score a decent amount of points against them was LA back in Week 1 when they scored 34. 2nd and 9 now from the 40. Johnson will screen it out. That's a catch made by Jordan Smallwood. Doesn't really go anywhere. 3rd and 7 coming up for the Wildcats. So now, the Wildcats had a good drive going, but now it's going to be tough for them to hit a field goal from here. See if they can get a big 3rd and 7 conversion. See what the play call is from Winston Moss. This is a must-win for the Wildcats if they want to make the playoffs. 3rd and 7. To throw. Johnson, lots of time. To the sidelines, complete. What a catch made by Trey McBride on the sidelines, and that is a LA first down. 14 yards down to the 23. Just a great job there by LA with the execution. Johnson, perfect throw. McBride, way to get both feet down. Now the Wildcats offense in business early as well. And this is again what we expected to see with all the offensive weapons. It's going to be hard for these defenses. 1st and 10 now from the Roughnecks 23. Johnson to throw. Heavy pressure. He's going to go down. Who else? Corey Crawford. He's been making plays all season long. Big 9-yard sack there, and that helps out Houston's defense quite a bit. LA was starting to pick up some good first downs, but that'll push him back 9 yards. Crawford just breaks right through. Elijah Hood doesn't have a chance. Looks like they were trying to set up a screen. Crawford with the immediate penetration. And Johnson gets rocked. Again, this is a huge game for LA. They're 4-3. Seattle got a crazy win last game against Dallas, so they're 5-3. And LA's lost to both Houston and Seattle this season. They need this win. Johnson to throw. Lots of time. He's going to go deep towards the end zone. And that is intercepted, but looks like he's out of bounds. Picked off by Jeremiah Johnson. Couldn't get his feet down. So 3rd and 19. And now, the Wildcats doing exactly what the Roughnecks did on their opening drive. Good start, but now they're backed up in the 3rd down position. See if Johnson can get him a big first down on 3rd and 19. To throw. Johnson. Pressured. He's just going to dump it off underneath. Elijah Hood doesn't go anywhere. So Nick Novak will have to come out with a field goal. So great job by Houston's defense locking down. And again, Corey Crawford comes up with a big play, and it's going to hold LA to a field goal. Definitely seen growth in both of these defenses throughout the season. But if LA wants to win this game, Josh Johnson's going to have to find a way to get his team in the end zone efficiently. Novak on for the 49-yard field goal attempt. Kicks up. And it's good. Just enough leg from Novak, who has struggled quite a bit this season, but he knocks that one through. 3-3. 7 seconds left to play in the first, and Novak ties the game up. Just enough leg on that one. Good drive for the Wildcats, yes. Same thing happened for them. They weren't able to punch it in the end zone, but still tied it up 3-3, keeping things even. And overall, just a good drive. Johnson getting into a rhythm there with some nice throws to McBride and Spruce. Hopefully for him, he can keep that up. Sammy Coates back to receive for the Roughnecks, and Novak, he'll kick it away. Coates will take it out from the end zone, and he's got a little bit of room. Will be taken down to 25, so 3 seconds left in the first quarter for the Roughnecks offense to run a play. And if you're Houston, you're going to want to build upon that last drive. You moved the football incredibly well, ran the football, threw the football, just couldn't close it out with a touchdown. They're going to do better on that drive and get some more third down conversions. 1st and 10 from their own 25. Walker, he'll give it to James Butler, and he'll bring it up to the 28. And that's how we will head to the second quarter. Knotted up at 3-3. What a ball game here in LA. Playoffs on the line, especially for LA. And again, some big implications here. If LA drops to 4-4, they're in trouble because they lost to Seattle. They lost to Houston twice, and Seattle would be 5-3. Houston would be 6-2. So LA would have to win their last 2 games against Seattle and Dallas, while the Dragons would have to lose out. 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Walker to throw. Lots of time. Going deep across the middle. Caught! Down the sidelines he goes. Khalil Lewis with another big reception. All the way down to the Wildcats 39. And Lewis having himself a heck of a day so far. And this is just the depth of the Roughnecks receiving corps. I mean, Lewis is like 4th or 5th down on the list, and he's making some incredible plays already. Just gets wide open. Lost there across the middle, and Walker exposing that Wildcats defense right now. Big gain. All the receivers spread out wide. 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 39. Walker to throw. LA brings a blitz. Across the middle, that's complete. Solid catch. That's Khalil Lewis again. 8 yards on the play brings him down to the 31. Lewis, 3 receptions, 56 yards. 2nd and 2, and again, the Roughnecks effectively moving the football. And they're really going to have to try to punch it in the end zone here, because they are moving it well. Butler with the carry and a hole, and that's a 1st down. Down to the 27. Nice gain. Butler averaging 6 yards a carry on 6 carries. Impressive. 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 27. Winston Moss is going to have to do something here to try to come up with another stop, at least hold Houston to a field goal. But right now, Walker, he is commanding this offense well. On the draw, it's Butler, and he will fight his way back to the line. Good play by LA to get the penetration, but some nice move by Butler kept them from losing yardage. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. See what the call is from June Jones. Walker to throw. Got plenty of time. They'll just check it down. Out of bounds. Incomplete. So now the Roughnecks, again, after a great march, they're facing at a 3rd and 10. Now, with the way that they move the football, they do not want to settle for another field goal, especially with the way LA moved the football as well. They need to find a way to get into the end zone. 3rd and 10. See if PJ Walker can get him a 1st down. To throw. LA brings a heavy blitz, and Walker will go down. Jack Tocho. The safety blitz, and it pays off. Pushes Houston all the way back to the 35. What a play. He just broke. He broke right through. Walker didn't have a chance. And Walker, he's a mobile quarterback, but just did not have enough time to react. 8-yard sack. Big time play for the Wildcats, and Castillo now going to have to attempt a 52-yard field goal. So right, and what? Houston's punting the football. What in the world? Castillo could easily make. Can they get a bounce here? They won't. What in the world is June Jones thinking? Castillo has been exceptional from the field goal, kicking field goals this season, and now LA's going to get it at their own 20. What a mistake. Do not understand why the Roughnecks didn't just kick a field goal there. Now LA able to use that as momentum. So 2 incredible drives from the Roughnecks, 3 points. I mean, I don't know if Jones is just playing it conservative, but like, I don't know why you would play conservative in this position. You lose this game and LA could potentially take that number 1 seed away from you. 1st and 10. Johnson gives it to Elijah Hood, and he'll be met right away. Hood struggling to get going in this ball game. Only a gain of 1 or 2 in the play. 2nd and 8. But yeah, I do not understand why Castillo did not just kick the field goal. Bad play call from Jones. 2nd and 8. See what Moss is going to call. Off play action. Johnson, lots of time. He's going to go deep. Johnson, he's got a man. And that is knocked away. Looking for Trey McBride. Great play made by the Roughnecks defense to knock that one away. He had a step on him. Johnson just underthrows him a little bit. 3rd and 8 coming up. That was, I like the call. They had the one-on-one. Johnson just needed to put that a foot or 2 further out. 3rd and 8. Off play action. Johnson. Lots of time. He's going to go deep again. And this time it's caught. Jordan Smallwood down to the 23. Massive play for the Wildcats. Bring him all the way down inside the 25. Wow. That time Johnson made the throw. Way to come back and make a huge play. Wildcats offense is in business. What a catch by Smallwood. Perfect throw by Johnson over the shoulders. That's exactly what the Wildcats needed. 1st and 10 from the 23. Can the Wildcats punch it in the end zone? Hood, his first big carry of the day, and he'll get another 1st down. To the 12. And this home crowd is very happy. And honestly, for the Wildcats being able to take a 10-3 lead right now, that's huge, because Houston, again, they move the football so well, and somehow they only have 3 points. And now the Wildcats with a huge opportunity here. See if Houston's defense can at least stop them to a field goal, or if Johnson can punch it in. 1st and 10 from the 12. And he goes nowhere. Hood on the draw. Blown up. Johnson and Hood were both blown up on the play. 2nd and 14. Coming up. What a play by that defense. That's Burnett in there on a tackle. Johnson got leveled. And so did Hood. That's a big play by Houston. And again, that's what we saw last LA drive. Crawford with a big sack, and it stopped LA to just a field goal. See if they can use, if Houston can use that, stop them again here. 2nd and 14. Johnson gives it to Hood, and he's going to go nowhere. Solid defense up front. James on the tackle, and 3rd and 13 coming up. So both of these offenses can get into field goal range, but then they just can't get into the end zone. 3rd and 13. Can Johnson find a way to get him a 1st or a touchdown? And they're going to give it to Hood. I do not like the play call there. Winston Moss playing it safe, but when you're in that situation, why not try to throw it to the end zone? Johnson was looking pretty hot. And 3 straight runs go absolutely nowhere for the Wildcats. Great stop by DeMarcus Gates. And Nick Novak's going to come on for the field goal. Some poor play calling on both sides here. This could easily be a 10-10 ball game, and instead it's just going to be 6-3, given that Novak knocks this through. It kicks up, and it's good. LA's got the lead 6-3. Novak with a 33-yard field goal. Knocks it through. And Novak, he's been exceptional from the short kicks. Struggled from further away, but inside the 20, he's been very solid. So Houston still has plenty of time to march down and try to take a lead before halftime. 3:19, 2 timeouts. And with the way they move the football, you definitely see them being able to do that. Interesting, Cam Phillips and Nick Holley still without a reception. Khalil Lewis was really taking over there for that offense. It's a shame Houston only came away with 3 points. Nick Novak, he'll kick it away. Coates back to receive from his own 2. And he'll make a move, but not much, not really anywhere to go. They're going to get it at their own 22. So the Roughnecks, 3:15 to play. This is a big opportunity for them to try to take the lead before half, and they need it. James Butler, great game so far. 7 rushes, 36 yards. Big production from him, but surprisingly, Houston only has 3 points. And again, they have the best offense in the league right now. We've got to start finding a way to find the end zone. They've had 2 excellent drives, only 3 points on the scoreboard. See what June Jones wants to do here on first down. Try to get his team back into a rhythm. 1st and 10. Butler gets the carry, and he's got room to the outside. Butler, nice carry. Brings it up to 29, gain of 7 on the play. And that's exactly the type of plays that Houston has executed well all season long. Butler gets to the outside, gets some nice blocking, and it's a good gain of 7 on first down. 2nd and 3. Butler with the carry again. Big hole for Butler. And he did not need to make that cutback. He would have gotten a lot more yardage if he just kept rolling ahead. But it's a first down regardless. Sean Oakman on the tackle. But a first down for the Roughnecks to the 34. And you're running the football well, but right now you have to pass it. Under 2.5 minutes to play. Got to at least get in the field goal range here. PJ Walker takes it himself. And that really doesn't go anywhere. Jack Tocho with another nice tackle. 2nd and 9. And honestly, right now, June Jones, Walker is throwing the football so well today. I don't know why you're not throwing it more. We're going to head to the 2-minute warning. And Houston's still at their own 35. And that is the 2-minute warning. The LA Wildcats with a 6-3 lead at home. And definitely a lot less offense this game than we saw in week 1. But a great game regardless. 6-3 Wildcat lead. Can Houston add on to their scoreboard in the last 2 minutes of the first half? Walker to throw. Got plenty of time. Pressured. He's going to try to run with it, and it goes nowhere. Loss of 1. He should have taken it to the outside. Instead, he does not. And now Houston's stuck in 3rd and 10 again. And this LA defense doing a good job of containing these receivers, because Walker, he had a lot of time. And now they're in trouble at 3rd and 10. To throw is Walker. Heavy blitz. He's going to check it down to Butler. Can he get to the sticks? He will! With a ton of room. James Butler all the way down to the 42. And that hurts the Wildcats quite a bit. On 3rd and 10, it's a screen, and he picks up 27 yards. They brought a heavy blitz. Winston Moss wanted to bring the pressure, and it does not pay off. And it's just great awareness from Walker, knowing that he had Butler there with all that room. Gets him a huge first down, and now they've got some potential on this drive to turn it into points. 1st and 10 from the Wildcats 42. See what they can make of it here. Walker to throw. To the sidelines, knocked away. Dangerous throw. That was Nick Holley's first target of the day. And again, Holley, through week 7, was leading the league. Right now, Joe Horn has eclipsed him, but all Holley needs is about 20 yards, and he'll get that spot back. 2nd and 10 now from the 42. Houston has got to find a way to just get it past the 30-yard line. Walker to throw. Heavy blitz. Across the middle, it's complete. Cam Phillips. First down. That's his first catch of the day. Nice gain. Cam Phillips, such an excellent receiver, one of the best in the league. And it's unfair the amount of solid receivers Houston has. Cam Phillips, one of the best to do it in the XFL Simulated. 1st and 10. Walker took a lot of time to get the snap off. And now he'll go to the sidelines, and that's caught. Nick Holley's first reception of the day. Down to the 16. 15 yards on the catch, and boy, he just needs a couple more. One more reception, and he'll get back on top. The toe tap, beautifully done. Nice throw from Walker, and Nick Holley. He's like the Julian Edelman of this league. He's just one of those scrappy, effective players, and he gets out of bounds, giving Houston more time to work with. Now with a minute from the 16, see if Walker can get him in the end zone here. To throw. Walker with a lot of time. He's going to go to the end zone, and that's caught. Just short of the end zone, but that's Nick Holley again. Brings him down to the 2. Houston in business. What a throw from Walker in heavy traffic, and Holley with an incredible catch. And this is what Houston does best. I mean, Nick Holley, great catch, and to put it over 3 defenders. Unreal. PJ Walker. Man, this guy is just electrifying. 1st and goal from the 2. Can the Roughnecks punch it in and get the first touchdown of the day with under a minute to play? And that's a touchdown for Houston. Butler punches it in. James Butler, that's his 4th touchdown of the season, and Houston takes the lead. Just great execution, the offensive line. Look at that push. And Butler easily gets to the end zone before Trey Williams can get there. The Roughnecks finally find the end zone. 3 great drives. They're able to cap off the 3rd one with a touchdown. That's what you know. 3rd time's a charm. Castillo for the extra point to make it a 10-6 ball game. It's up, and it's good. 10-6. Houston with the lead. And again, Houston is playing for a lot here. I mean, a win, and they practically solidify a playoff spot with 2 wins against LA on the season, and they already beat Seattle. Improving to 6-2, they would clinch a playoff spot here with this win. Meanwhile, LA, if they drop to 4-4, they would be in pretty big trouble. They would need to win out and have the Dragons lose out to make the playoffs. And after a 4-1 start, LA might drop back to 500, which would be quite disappointing for this squad because they have so many weapons on both offense and defense. Castillo, he'll kick it away. Larry Rose back to receive. He'll take it from the 3. Rose will be taken down at the 24. And LA will have 48 seconds and 2 timeouts to try to get another score before half. And with Josh Johnson's arm, it's definitely possible. With these weapons, Nelson Spruce, Trey McBride, they can make it happen. At least get another field goal before half. They're getting the ball for halftime, which is huge. So, I mean, a field goal here makes it 10-9. Get a touchdown with a 2, you're up 17-10 in the 3rd quarter. First and 10 from their own 24. The only thing they can't do here is make a big blunder on offense. 1st and 10. Johnson the throw. Got a lot of time. He's going to go deep towards the sidelines. Knocked away. Dangerous throw. Jeremiah Johnson knocks that one away. And Josh Johnson, he's got a heck of an arm. We saw him make a beautiful throw to Jordan Smallwood on the last drive, but he has struggled the last few weeks just getting the ball down the field. He's made some errant throws. I mean, last week he threw 2 interceptions to Will Hill. 3 interceptions on the day, including a pick 6. 2nd and 10 now from the 24. Johnson. Lots of time. She's going to dump it off, and that's knocked away. Looking for Elijah Hood. Great coverage by the Roughnecks. 3rd and 10. And honestly, if Houston can force an incomplete here, they could have a couple seconds to try to at least get back into field goal range. 3rd and 10. Off play action. Johnson with a whole lot of time to the sidelines. Incomplete. Misses his man. And it's 4th and 10 coming up. So the Wildcats quick 3 and out and give Houston 30 seconds. Roughnecks still have 2 timeouts. And that's just a miscommunication. Throws it out of bounds, looking for Brandon Barnes. The Roughnecks with a potential scoring drive again. If they get up by a touchdown before half, that would help out their defense quite a bit. Punting it away is Trapuka. Sam Mobley on the return. He'll bring it up to the 35. So Houston, they've got 2 timeouts. I mean, a couple of big completions. They have a chance. And PJ Walker having a great day so far. Didn't throw a touchdown yet, but definitely expect to see him do that in the second half. Been efficient throwing the football. Nick Hawley, a couple of big catches on the drive. And yes, Nick Hawley, don't worry. You are still the #1 receiver in the league with a couple of those big receptions. And this offense is just so exciting to watch. 1st and 10 coming up from their own 35, 25 seconds. Expect to see June Jones try to push it down the field. Walker to throw. LA brings a blitz. He's going to go down the field. That's complete. Cam Phillips brings it down to the 49. They call timeout. 10-6 Houston. All the receivers spread out. One more completion like that and they're close to field goal range. Walker to throw. LA will not bring a blitz. He'll go deep and that's complete. James Butler. They're going to have to blow another timeout. Down to LA's 43. They're not quite in field goal range yet, but if they can get a nice completion to the sidelines, they'd have a chance. 2nd and 2. Walker to throw. And that's complete. Butler, 1st down, but he's not going to get out of bounds. And now what is Houston going to decide to do from the 38? With only 9 seconds in the half. See what they decide to do. And they're going to go. Maybe they'll just try to get to the end zone. Walker's got to get this play off. He will. To throw. He's going to go to the end zone. He wants to take the shot. Heavy traffic. Knocked away. So Houston just not enough time to try to score before half. But they've got a 10-6 lead. You've got to like where they are. Their offense is moving the ball well. They shut down the Wildcats on that last drive there. Great ball game here in LA. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back in just a minute after this. Welcome back to the XFL Simulated on EA Sports. We're in LA, and boy, it's a good one. Huge divisional matchup. 4-3 LA Wildcats hosting the 5-2 Houston Roughnecks. The Roughnecks coming off a tough loss to the DC Defenders last week, but still in solid playoff position. Meanwhile, the Wildcats, they've dropped 2 in a row. They were 4-1. Lost to Seattle, lost to St. Louis. Losing here to Houston. They're going to get the ball for half. They've got to march down and score a touchdown. Set the tone for this half. Because again, as I've said, they are in trouble if they cannot find a way to win this ball game. The good thing for them, though, Seattle's looking pretty shaky, and then they play Dallas in the final week. So a loss here wouldn't completely knock them out, but it'd be tough to make it. Castillo, he'll kick it away. Rose to receive from about the 2. And he'll bring it up to the 27. Good return. And the Wildcats, they've moved the football well. 2 out of the 3 drives at least, but they've only come up with 6 points. And right now, all eyes are on Josh Johnson to get them back in the end zone. They have really struggled to get the ball into the end zone when they need to the last few weeks. It's been tough on this offense. Especially, Josh Johnson, he's played a pretty good game today. But overall, the last few weeks, he has not been in his early season form. He has to get back to that. 1st and 10 from their own 27. See what Winston Moss is going to call here to try to set the tone for the second half. To throw. Johnson, he's going to go deep on the first play. He's got a man that's complete. Jordan Smallwood again. All the way down to the Roughnecks 43. 30 yards on that reception. And the Wildcats, I like it. They go deep right away. Johnson, the confidence to throw into traffic. And just his veteran presence here on the Wildcats makes him such an important piece of this offense. Jordan Smallwood, a couple big receptions for him today. Wildcats back in business. Already in Houston territory. To throw is Johnson. They bring the blitz. He'll dump it off to Hood. He's got some room to run. Elijah Hood, another first down. Bring it down to the 32. Johnson just a few yards away from 150. First and 10 from the 32. So 2 big plays for the Wildcats to start this half. And Houston's defense kind of up against it right now. They've been up against it for both of the solid drives from the Wildcats and held them to a field goal. See if they can do the same here. Johnson, he'll give it to Elijah Hood. He's got a big hole. Hood, one of his best runs of the day. Bring it down to the 23. Second and 2 coming up. And this is exactly the type of drive that Winston Moss wanted to see his offense have. Coming out at halftime, down 10-6 against one of the best teams in the league in a must-win game at home. This is massive. Second and 2. Back to the ground they go. Elijah Hood, he's got enough for a first. Wildcats moving the chains. First and 10 coming up from the 21. And it's here where you expect to see a shot to the end zone. They've got a great march. Why not take a shot to Nelson Spruce or Trey McBride up top there? In motion, just gets the play off. Back to the ground they go. Solid run from Hood, 4 yards. Not a bad play call, gets him 4. Sets up a reasonable second and 6. Eventually, though, the Wildcats are going to have to find the end zone and start to take command on offense at the end of these drives. Second and 6. Off play action, Johnson to throw. That is to the end zone, caught. Touchdown, Wildcats, and they've got themselves a lead. Trey McBride, one of the best in the league to do it. Him and Johnson have been absolutely lethal. What a throw from Johnson on the money over to Marcus Gates. And Trey McBride makes a great catch in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, LA. And we've got ourselves one heck of a ball game here in Los Angeles. The hometown Wildcats playing for the playoffs. The excitement is in the air, and man, I could not be more excited to be hosting this game. Nick Novak to make it a 3-point ball game. Kicks up, and it's good. 13-10, LA with the lead. What a drive. 6 plays, 72 yards. Less than 3 minutes taken off the clock. Josh Johnson. Impressive stats there. And now PJ Walker's going to have to come out and respond. And if you're the Roughnecks, it hurts that you punted it away from the 35. Castillo could have definitely knocked it through. So now you're down 3. See what the Roughnecks can respond with. I mean, their offense has moved the football well on every drive. But can the Wildcats defense use this as some sort of momentum here? What a game so far. 13-10. Novak, he'll send it away. That is taken by Coates. And a little bit of room to run will take it to the 23. So Houston now, their offense will be coming out for their first drive of the half, and we'll see if they can do as good of a job as LA. But really, what a statement by the Wildcats. James Butler, great day for him. 49 yards on 10 rushes and a touchdown. He's just been a solid back all year long. But now it's up to Houston to try to respond. And Houston also moved the football well. With 30 seconds, they almost got in the field goal range. Got down to 38. Just not enough time. See if they can use that momentum to get momentum back. First and 10. Off play action. Walker, that's complete. Cam Phillips up to the 40, and both of these offenses just creating plays. Cam Phillips, big reception for him. 17 yards. Just a bullet from Walker on the money. He's so accurate with the football. Having a heck of a day again. Cam Phillips. Phillips has not scored a touchdown since week 5, which is surprising. He had a touchdown in every game up until week 6. I'm sure he'll want to find the end zone again in this game. 1st and 10 from the 40. Walker to throw. Under pressure, that's complete. Nick Holly. 2nd and 6 coming up. Holly, he's got over 30 yards on the day. And again, Houston, they do such a great job spreading the football around to all these different weapons that they have. Butler is making plays. Cam Phillips, Nick Holly, P.J. Walker. 2nd and 6. And they give it to Butler, and he'll be met right away. Great tackle made by the defense. Gall is on the tackle. 3rd and 7 coming up. So a big play from the Wildcats. See if they can get another one here on 3rd and 7. If you're Houston, you need to get this 3rd and 7 and at least tie the game up with a field goal. Because with the way Wildcats offense is looking, going down 20-10, might be a little bit tough for Houston to come back after that. 3rd and 7. This is huge. To throw. Walker across the middle. That's complete dropped. Khalil Lewis looked like he had it. Can't hang on. Great play made by the Wildcats defense. I mean, Walker put it where he had to put it. Lewis had it and just can't hang on after the contact, but you got to hang on to those. Lewis has had a great day, but that's a costly drop. Houston's going to have to punt. And again, now you're looking at the field goal they should have attempted from the 35. They punted it, and now down by 3. Now Lewis going to get the ball back. If you're the Wildcats, you've got to love where you are right now. Austin Recco punts it away. See if Houston can get a bounce. No, they won't. Goes to the end zone, so Wildcat look at the ball at the 20. That is big for their offense. Johnson. Good game for him so far. Much better than the last couple weeks. Some of the best production he's seen since week 4. And right now, I mean, this game is on him. Their playoff push. All that pressure is on Josh Johnson. He's doing a solid job so far in this big game. 1st and 10 from the 20. Elijah Hood gets the carry. Breaking tackles. He'll bring it up to the 25. Nice gain. Hood struggled in the start of this ball game, but he's finding some life here in the second half. 2nd and 5 from their own 25. Under 5 minutes in the 3rd quarter. See what Johnson can come up with for this offense. Back on the ground they go. Elijah Hood, 1st down. Nice gain on the play. 9 more. Brings it up to the 34, and Hood making an impact in the second half. It's a solid run. This offensive line does a great job, giving him a huge lane there on the outside. Hood getting the job done. And again, he's been one of the best backs in the league. 523 yards through 7 weeks. He's got over 550 now after that run. 1st and 10 from the 34. Johnson to throw. Houston brings a blitz. He'll dump it out to Hood. And he'll bring it to the 44. This Wildcats offense is rolling. 2nd and 1. Johnson, he just looks so confident back there. Honestly, it's just an excellent job for him. Just forgetting about last week, putting that behind him, and making some big plays in what might be the biggest game of the season for them. Hood gets the carry, and this time bottled up. Great tackle made by DeMarcus Gates. So a big 3rd and 2 now for the Wildcats. I mean, they've been moving the football well. We've seen both these offenses move the football quite well. See if they can get a big 3rd down conversion. DeMarcus Gates just reads that one all the way. Has a nice view of the play, and he just blows that one up. 3rd and 2 from their own 42. If the Wildcats win here, it's going to make the XFL West really interesting coming down the stretch. Hood gets the carry, and he's going to go nowhere. That is Corey Crawford with a huge tackle. So now after a solid drive from the Wildcats, they're going to have to punt. So it really is surprising to see a 13-10 ball game here because both these offenses, the yards definitely shouldn't equal that low scoring. But yeah, these defenses just stepping up and making plays when they have to. Shane Jabruka is going to have to punt it away again for LA. Disappointing finish to that drive. He'll boot it away. Sam Mobley to return. But that's going to go too far. So the Roughnecks now will get it from the 20 and see if they can finally put it back together here. Their first drive of this second half, it looks pretty good, and it's stalled out. Right now, PJ Walker, he's playing a great game, but he's got to find a way to get his team back in the end zone. See what June Jones is going to want to call here on first down from their own 20. Butler's had a good day running the football, but I expect to see them start going to the pass. I mean, with under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter, they need to march down the field pretty quick. To throw is Walker. That's complete. Cam Phillips on the reception, gain of maybe 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Phillips having himself a pretty impressive day. But right now, if you're Houston, you've got to find that big play. You've got to find the big touchdown. Take the lead back and let LA know that you're serious about winning this ball game. 2nd and 7 from the 23. Walker to throw. Lots of time. To the sidelines, off the hands of Nick Hawley. Just a little bit too much heat on that one from Walker. Now another 3rd and 7. The Roughnecks need to find a way to convert here. I mean, they've done such a good job moving the football. They only have 10 points. They've got to find a way to add more on their own scoreboard. 3rd and 7. Big play. Walker. Heavy blitz from LA. He's going to go deep. Down the sidelines. He's got a man, and it's almost picked off. Overthrows Cam Phillips. 4th and 7, and the Roughnecks going to have to punt it away again. Walker wanted to take a shot, and he had him. Cam Phillips was open, but it just overthrows his man. Ahmad Dixon almost comes up with the interception. Now the Roughnecks going to have to punt it away. Austin Recco on to punt it away. Trey McBride back to receive. And that's a flag. Looks like it's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And that's not what you want to do if you're Houston. That's Savon Smith. Now they get it all the way at the 42. Great field position for the Wildcats to start this drive. And now, if you're LA, you can really start pulling away with it. If you can score a touchdown here. And my oh my, a win from LA would make things so interesting because they would have split with Houston. They still lost to Seattle, but next week they'll play Seattle at home. And all 3 of them after week 8 would be knotted up at 5-3. So that would make things very interesting. 1st and 10 from the 42. Johnson, off play action. Lots of time. He's going to go deep towards the sidelines. Knocked up and incomplete. He's connected a couple times deep down the field. A good throw, but better play on the defense. 2nd and 10. Houston's going to need a couple more of those to keep themselves in this game. Under a minute in the third quarter. What a game. Despite there not being a lot of scoring, it's still been a very exciting ball game here in LA. Elijah Hood on the carry. And nowhere for him to go. Bottled up immediately. Gain of 3. Surprised he got 3 out of that. 3rd and 7. Coming up from the 44. This is big. See what Johnson can do on a big 3rd and 7. To throw. Houston brings a blitz. He's going to go deep again. He's got a man. Holy crap. That was wild. Nelson Spruce had it. And that ball gets jarred. Good play by that defense, Corian Ballard. Man, Spurs just couldn't hang on. And that ball got flung. Cody Brown. Nice contact. So Houston's defense stepping up again. Both these defenses stepping up. And after an impressive first half from both offenses, defense is doing most of the work here in the third. Shane Trapuka pumps it away again. See if they can bury him deep. No, they won't. Second punt this quarter. Just puts a little bit too much leg on it. And now Houston, 4 seconds in the third quarter, and they're still only down by 3. If you're the Roughnecks, this is the drive. This is where you need to march down and score a touchdown. Take a 17-13 lead and put the pressure back on Josh Johnson and LA's offense. One play here in the third quarter. Walker, off play action. Lots of time to throw. He's going to go across the middle. That's complete. Big completion. That's Cam Phillips. Big completion for him, and we've got ourselves a heck of a ball game. 13-10, the hometown Wildcats with the lead. They need this win badly to stay in the playoff race. And Houston needs this playoff to clinch the playoff. Houston needs this win to clinch the playoffs. A lot going on. 1st and 10, coming up from their own 42. Big completion to Cam Phillips for 22 yards. Walker to throw. Plenty of time. That's complete. Khalil Lewis again. Down to the 45. Lewis saw a lot of action in that first half. Gets another big catch there. Walker, over 200 yards in the day. And this is just the way Houston can move the football with all their weapons. They just have so much talent. And they're back into Wildcat territory. Then can they at least get a field goal? At least would tie things up. But if you're Houston, you definitely just want a touchdown here. Take the lead back. From the 45. Walker to throw again. He's going to go deep and just misses his man. Looking for Cam Phillips, a little bit off the mark. 2nd and 10. And if you're Houston, you got to hope that that throw doesn't throw him out of a rhythm. Because they've had so many drives. They've gotten into Wildcat territory. They only have 10 points. They need more points on the board. 2nd and 10. Walker to throw. That's complete to the sidelines. Nice gain on the play. That's Khalil Lewis again. 3rd and 3 from the 38, and this is huge. They punted it from LA's 35. They need this 3rd down conversion here to keep this drive alive. I mean, it would be a real shame if after all this they have to punt it away again. And that's almost a jump. Whoa. Walker to throw. He's got time. He lets it fly. That's complete. Cam Phillips all the way down to the 21. 17 yards on that one. And Houston's in field goal range. Cam Phillips having himself a day. 83 yards. And what a weapon he is on that offense. Just wide open. LA just cannot cover him today. 6 receptions, 83 yards. 1st and 10 from the 21, and this is certainly going to be an exciting 4th quarter, an exciting ending to this ball game. Walker to throw again. Lots of time. To the end zone. That's caught. Touchdown, Nick Holley. Big play for the Roughnecks, and they take back the lead. 21 yards. Walker to Nick Holley. And just what a bullet. Holley makes a great catch. Walker puts it on the money in traffic. And Houston reclaims the lead. Nick Holley. He's just been exceptional all season long. And he's the first receiver to over 500 yards. What a day for him. Castillo to make it a 17-13 lead. Almost blocked. It's up, and it's good. 17-13, the Roughnecks strike back when they need to. And now the pressure back on Johnson. But again, that's exactly what Houston needed to do. They needed to score, and they got away from the run despite... Yes, their running game is good, but when you need to make plays, you've got to go to P.J. Walker and his receivers. I mean, look at all the plays they made there. Capped it off with a 21-yard touchdown to Nick Hawley. Big play, big drive, and June Jones satisfied with that one. 17-13, 8:15 to play. This is going to be one heck of an ending. And Houston's known to have great fourth quarters. I mean, down 19-10 against New York in Week 6. 2 big drives, and they won that game 24-19. Castillo. He'll send it away. Rose to receive. He'll take it from the end zone. Good return. Brings it all the way up to the 28. So LA with decent field position to start their first drive of the fourth quarter. Josh Johnson coming back out there, and he's made some great throws this game. Had a couple tough drops. I mean, just a couple throws in the traffic where Houston's made a good play on the football. Right now, he needs to prove that he is the Wildcats leader, and he needs to prove that he can still be one of the best quarterbacks in this league. He's got to march him down and score him a touchdown, get him back on top. This is a crucial drive for the Wildcats. Johnson to throw off play action. He's going to go deep down the sidelines. And that is caught! Unreal. Jordan Smallwood with another massive reception, 58 yards. How in the heck did he come down with that one? On Jeremiah Johnson, he makes the reception. And the Wildcats strike right back with a huge completion. Smallwood, unbelievable catch. What a throw from Johnson to the back shoulder. Jordan Smallwood having himself a day. 58 yards. And the Wildcats right back in business to the 14. Smallwood, 147 yards. By far his biggest day of the season. Johnson to throw. Plenty of time. Now he's going to take off with it. And he lost the football. Houston recovers. And now DeAndre Nichols with room down the sidelines. Unbelievable. Houston, they're going to score a touchdown and take a 2-score lead. Are you kidding me? Unreal. Johnson tries to run with it after the big completion, coughs it up, and now Houston has a 2-score lead. DeAndre Nichols brings it all the way back. What a play by the Roughnecks. That is DeMarcus Gates. He's had a heck of a day, and he strips that football. And the Wildcats, no one there to stop Nichols from getting to the end zone. What a change of events, and this LA crowd is dead silent. That is unbelievable, and what a shame. After the huge completion of Jordan Smallwood, Houston now has a 2-score lead. And that's tough for Josh Johnson. Castillo out there again for the extra point. And this is what Houston does. They have been so incredible in fourth quarters, just getting the job done when they have to. And now with an 11-point lead on the road, Houston has themselves in a fantastic position. But Josh Johnson, this is where he needs to come through and realize they've got 7.5 minutes to play. Down by 2 scores, they can have a comeback here. They can make it happen. But what a shame that huge throw to Smallwood ends up going to waste. Sergio Castillo sends it away. Rose to take it from about his own 2. And he'll get smashed at the 24. And now, this is also a crucial drive for LA. Now you're down by 2 scores. And, I mean, Johnson has moved the football so well. 230 yards, a touchdown, but that fumble that turned into a pick 6, just devastating. And the Wildcats struggling here in this fourth quarter. Only 2.5 minutes in, and Houston scored 14 points. Back in week 1, Jack Tocho had a fumble 6 on PJ Walker. This time, DeAndre Nichols has a big fumble 6 on Johnson. Johnson to throw. Plenty of time to the sidelines. Knocked away, picked off. Intercepted off the deflection. And that really hurts them even more. That is Brown coming up with the pick. The Roughnecks having a massive fourth quarter. Johnson, the second turnover in the last 30 seconds. And that one, that's just tough. What a play. That's DeAndre Nichols getting in there to knock it. Actually, no, that's Cody Brown. Knocked it away, and then it's picked off by his other Brown buddy, Benquez Brown. And now PJ Walker coming back out with great field position, and the Roughnecks in position to possibly take a 3-score lead after going down 13-10. They were going into the fourth quarter down 13-10. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter, they have a chance to take a 3-score lead. That's crazy. What a turn of events. And the Roughnecks in business. Now a booth review.
The previous play is under review.
Huh. It looked like a pretty clear interception. Oh, yeah. That is clearly interception by Benquez Brown. That ball doesn't even get close to the ground. I'm not even sure why they're reviewing this. And Houston's going to maintain possession, quite obviously, as they should. That was...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
And LA, this is a tough one for them at home right now. I mean, everything going wrong that could possibly go wrong here in the fourth quarter. 2 turnovers, a touchdown, and now Houston back in scoring position. Butler on the carry. People taken down right away. Roderick Henderson with the tackle. 2nd and 9. And again, LA, they have played a good game, and it's coming back to haunt them. And a couple of those drives that they could have scored touchdowns instead of having to kick field goals, that would have really helped them out a lot. 2nd and 9. Can they at least hold Houston to a field goal here and keep it a 2-score game? To throw is Walker. Plenty of time. Pressured, and he'll spin away and get out of it. Walker takes off, and that's a first down for Houston. Walker has not seen much success running this game, but a huge spin away there. Looked like he was going to get sacked, but he gets away, gets to the outside, and picks up a first down. And now it's really getting to crunch time for the Wildcats if they can't come up with a quick stop. And this is what Houston did in week 1. I mean, it was a relatively close game, and then they just pulled away, got up 41-20. And the Wildcats could not come back in time. Right now, Houston in the same position, up by 11, with a chance to make it 14 or 18. 1st and 10. Butler with the carry in a big hole. Down to the 18. And the Roughnecks, they are rolling in this fourth quarter. The Wildcats have had no answers for the offense or the defense. And what a shame. I mean, Josh Johnson, just a couple tough breaks from that fourth quarter. 2 turnovers. 2nd and 4 from the 18. Walker will screen it out, and that really goes nowhere. Cam Phillips backed up, and this is a massive 3rd and 5. This might be what the game comes down to. I mean, if the Wildcats can get a stop and at least get a quick touchdown, they'll make it a ball game. Otherwise, they're in trouble. And what a play. I mean, DeMarcus Gates, that might just be the play of the game when he stripped Johnson. DeAndre Nichols, great awareness to pick it up and run it back for the touchdown. That was almost 90 yards. And now 3rd and 5. Huge play. Walker to throw. That is complete. Cam Phillips to the sidelines. Inside the 10 to the 7. The Roughnecks cannot be stopped. They are proving their dominance on the road here. Phillips, one more reception of 5 yards, and he'll have a 100-yard day. Wide open across the middle. You cannot let Cam Phillips get that wide open on 3rd and 5. He will expose you. And this Wildcats defense struggling to make a stop when they need it. Houston can run off more time, and now they can make it a 3-score game. First and goal from the 7. June Jones gotta be so happy with the way things are shaping up. Walker to throw off play action. All the time in the world, now he's gonna take off with it. And he'll bring it down to about the 5. And honestly, that's a good call. Instead of throwing it away, he just runs with it, and it's more clock running down. Second and goal. I mean, even if Houston is held to a field goal here, LA's gonna have practically no time to score 2 touchdowns. Second and goal. Off play action again. Walker to the end zone. Just misses his man. That was Sammy Coates. Looked like there was a little bit of PI there. Not gonna get it. So third and goal. Honestly, if Houston gets stopped here, LA still has a bit of a chance. But again, LA needs to step up and make a huge defensive play very fast. Third and goal from the 5. In motion is Butler. They're gonna throw the football. Walker to throw. Lots of time now. Pressured, he'll go down. Taken down by Sanders. Big sack for him. And Houston will be held to a field goal. Walker had a lot of time to throw, just couldn't find anybody open. And the line gets to him. Big sack for Sanders. And right now, if you're the Wildcats, you're close to a loss here. But regardless, 4-4, dropping 3 in a row, you're gonna have to just battle it out at home against Seattle. That's to be intense next week. Fourth and goal. Castillo. He'll knock through the 29-yarder, and Houston, 17 points in this fourth quarter, 2 turnovers, and LA has dug themselves in a massive hole. Under 3 minutes to play, they need 2 touchdowns. And what a great job by this Roughnecks defense, stepping up. I mean, after the huge completion to Smallwood, DeMarcus Gates, fearless to go after that football. Castillo getting ready to kick it off. LA needs a fast score. Rose back to receive. He'll take it from about the 3. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Wildcats, 2:38 to play, down 2 scores. Josh Johnson coming back out, and he had a great start to the game. And on the last 2 drives, a fumble, which turned into a fumble 6, and then the interception, which gave Houston 3 more points and took a lot of time off the clock. Johnson has got to find a way to get the football back down the field quickly. This is it for the Wildcats. Not the end of their season, but it's going to make it a lot more tough. In motion is Hood. Johnson back to throw. Across the middle, it's dropped. Knocked away, and this Roughnecks defense has been stepping up this quarter. 27-13. They have been relentless. And this Wildcats offense, it looked like they finally found their groove in this ball game, but only 13 points. 2:35 to play. Johnson to throw. Plenty of time, he's just going to check it down. That's caught. Can he get to the sidelines? That's Brandon Barnes with his first catch of the day. Only 4 yards, and Barnes, he's been such an efficient tight end, but he's been shut down this entire ball game. 3rd and 6. Can the Wildcats get a first down? Try to keep possible hopes of winning this game alive. 3rd and 6. Johnson across the middle. That is knocked away. Looking for Smallwood. Incomplete. And the Wildcats, not the fourth quarter they were expecting to have. And the way they came out and marched right down and scored the touchdown in the 3rd quarter, it looked like they were going to have a really solid chance at winning this ball game. But Houston just went on lockdown, and their offense found its rhythm. Great play by Jeremiah Johnson, who's had a couple tough, giving up a couple big plays to LA. Doesn't give that one up. 4th and 6. And this is basically do or die for the Wildcats from their own 30. Johnson to throw. Lots of time to the sidelines. That's knocked away. Incomplete, and Trey McBride's injured. That is not good for LA. He's one of their best receivers. If that's serious, they could be in big trouble. James Butler on the carry. Brings it down to 29. LA uses a timeout, but they are in... This game is practically over at this point. The Roughnecks. What a fourth quarter, and what a way to come on the road against a fierce rival and to come away with a big win. Huge statement for them. LA takes another timeout. 27-13. I mean, Houston can kick a field goal here, make a 3-score game. Wildcats will have a bit of time, but no timeouts. 3rd and 8 from the 28. Off play action. Walker to throw. To the sidelines is caught. He misses the tackle. That's Marquez Williams out of the backfield. And that is detrimental. The Roughnecks. What a move by Williams out of the backfield. Look at that. Tokyo wanted a pick. He made a couple big plays this game, but really he should have just tried to make the tackle. But the Wildcats at home. Disastrous fourth quarter. Two-minute warning. The Roughnecks 27-13. They have dominated this fourth quarter. PJ Walker, Cam Phillips, James Butler, Khalil Lewis, DeAndre Coles, DeMarcus Gates making massive plays, and Houston is just a first down away from ending this. I mean, it's practically over already. Walker to throw. We'll just check it down to Butler out of the backfield, and it'll actually go out of bounds, so we'll get the clock stoppage there. Surprised. I thought it looked like he gained yardage, but he didn't. It actually went backwards. Second and 10. Butler on the carry. Lost the football. That's picked up by Los Angeles. And Ahmad Dixon can't get through the traffic. Man, that's tough. If he could have taken that back for a touchdown, that would have made things really interesting. But that's a big turnover for the Wildcats. They at least stop Houston from making it a 3-score game. Dixon just gets bottled up. Man, Butler coughs it up for the first time this season. I want to get another look at that. Looked like his arm was close to being down. Jordan Smallwood, 4 receptions, 147 yards. Incredible day for him. See if they go to the booth review. Honestly, it should be reviewed. It looked like he might have been down. And it is going to go to the booth review.
The previous play is under review.
So LA's slim chances riding on this, and let's get a good look. That angle is pretty hard to tell. Butler has possession. Ooh, that is very close. Looks like he just lost the football right before it hit the ground. We'll see what the call is. Houston gets the football. They overturned it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
And that just about does it. 3rd and 7. And Houston's offense back out there. So LA has to at least stop them here. Let Houston kick a field goal, but I mean, it's game over at this point. Walker gives it to Butler. Got a hole and first down. Good night, LA. First and goal at the 5. Only a minute. That's the game. I mean, it was practically game over already, but now it's officially over. Butler picks up a big first down. So it turns out Butler ends up not fumbling the football. So he has been fumbleless this season. First and goal from the 5. Houston can just run things down. What a fourth quarter. Walker takes the knee. Second and goal. One more play and it's game over. Houston, 17 points in the fourth quarter. LA, 0. Can't win football games like that. Walker will kneel it. And that'll do it here from LA. The Houston Roughnecks get a huge win on the road. They clinch a playoff spot. They move to 6-2. Meanwhile, the Wildcats with a 27-13 loss at home. That's really tough. They dropped to 4-4. They have lost 3 in a row. They've got to find a way to get their act back together quickly. Playing a lackluster Seattle team next week, but Seattle did beat them 24-3. Things are really starting to heat up here. Closing out. What a fourth quarter for the Roughnecks. They come away with a massive win on the road, and that defense steps up. A couple huge plays there at the end. Walker, what a beauty to Nick Holley on that throw. And Deatrick Nichols with the fumble. 6. And that'll do it for us here in LA. The Wildcats fall to 4-4. Roughnecks improve to 6-2. Huge win. And that will do it for us here at the XFL Simulated. Make sure to go give us a follow on Twitter. Subscribe here for more live videos. We're simulating the full XFL season. Trying to bring out as much content for you guys as we can, whether it be on our Twitter, or we also have an XFL Sheets down in the description below, which is public. And you can see season stats, game stats, individual player stats, power ranking, standings, and so much more. So make sure you go check that out down below. Give us a follow and a subscription. That would be awesome. For the XFL Simulated, I'm James Larson. Thanks for joining us today. We'll see you next week. Week 9. Gonna be a good